Hello friends, myself Aher DR from RBNB College Srirampur. Today I deliver a lecture on mechanical properties of solids. In this we have to study about modulus of rigidity. As you know that elastic constant can be divided into three types: Young's modulus, bulk modulus, and modulus of rigidity. When there is change in the length of wire, then there is Young's modulus. When there is change in volume, then there is bulk modulus. And when there is change in the shape, then modulus related with this one is modulus of rigidity. This modulus of rigidity is equal to simply ratio of shearing stress to shearing strain. Now, by using this formula, we can define the definition of modulus of rigidity. Modulus of rigidity is simply ratio of shearing stress to shearing strain. So, definition of modulus of rigidity is ratio of shearing stress to shearing strain. So with the help of this formula, we can define the definition of modulus of rigidity. Now for modulus of rigidity, as it is related with the change in the shape, if we consider cube having each side of length say small l, A, B, C, D. This is front face of the cube. E, F, G, H. Now, if we apply tangential force to the upper layer, then there is change in the shape of that cube. So, A move towards A dash, making an angle say theta. This E move towards E dash, making an angle say theta. Similarly, this D move towards D dash, making same angle say theta. And H move towards H dash, making an angle say theta. So, when you consider these dotted lines, then there is change in the shape of that cube. And that's why corresponding modulus is called as modulus of rigidity. So, in that case, shearing stress is applied force upon area. So, magnitude of applied force is given by F and corresponding area is capital A. So, shearing stress is F upon A. Now shearing strain, as you know that definition of shearing strain is simply a ratio of lateral displacement of any layer to its perpendicular distance from fixed layer. If we consider this, in this case AA dash is the lateral displacement and its distance from fixed layer is AB. So we write AA dash upon AB. Similarly, it is also equal to EE dash upon EF. Also, it is equal to DD dash upon DC and HH dash upon HG. We consider here only one, AA dash upon AB. As we consider this triangle AA dash B, it is a right angle triangle, and from this tan theta is equal to AA dash upon AB. Now, if this theta is very small, then tan theta will become nearly equal to theta. And therefore, this shearing strain for smaller angle theta will become theta. Now we have to find out modulus of rigidity. So, this modulus of rigidity is equal to shearing stress upon shearing strain. As you know that this shearing stress is given by F upon A and shearing strain is given by theta. So we get formula for modulus of rigidity, eta equal to F upon A theta. So in this way we get modulus of rigidity. Its SI unit is again same. SI unit of modulus of rigidity is Newton per meter square. And CGS unit is Dyne per centimeter square, as like Young's modulus and bulk modulus. So this is about the modulus of rigidity. Now we have to consider next point. Name of that point is Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio. For Poisson's ratio, if we consider a wire whose length is given by capital L. Original length of wire is given by capital L. If we apply force to the both end of the wire in a opposite direction, but both these force having same magnitude, directions are opposite. Therefore, wire gets elongated, and that elongation produced in the wire is very small, which is given by small l. So, small l is elongation produced in the wire due to applied force F. As wire gets elongated through distance small l, then its diameter If you consider original diameter of wire is given by capital D, diameter goes on decreasing and new diameter of wire is small d. So we consider this wire by red new wire which having say elongation that is equal to small l, and new diameter of that wire is given by small d. So due to the applied force, wire gets elongated by small distance small l and its diameter goes on decreasing. So capital D is original diameter of a wire and small d is the new diameter of a wire due to the applied force. Here we consider two strains. As you know that formula for strain is, it is simply ratio of change in the dimension to the original dimension. So there are two types of strain. One is lateral strain and another one is longitudinal strain or linear strain. Lateral strain and longitudinal strain. Remember the definition of strain. What is the definition of strain? Definition of strain is simply ratio of change in the dimension to the original dimension. In this case, we consider the direction of applied force. We consider the direction of applied force. If dimensions are changes in the direction of applied force, then such type of strain is called as linear strain. As like this one, there is elongation produced in the wire which is given by small l. This elongation is along the length of wire in the direction of applied force, and therefore corresponding strain is called as linear strain. Therefore we write formula for linear strain is small l upon capital L. Small l upon capital L means change in the dimension, or it is simply ratio of change in the dimension per unit original dimension in the direction of applied force. And change in length is given by small l, original length is given by capital L. So in another word, we can write the definition of linear strain is as like that. Linear strain is defined as ratio of change in the length to the original length. Similarly, we have to write about the lateral strain. In case of lateral strain, we can define the lateral strain is as like that. It is the ratio of change in the dimension to the original dimension perpendicular to applied force. If we consider this is the direction of applied force, then perpendicular to applied force, there is diameter. So change in the diameter is given by small d, original diameter is given by capital D. So we write lateral strain is equal to small d upon capital D. So with the help of this formula, we can define the definition of lateral strain. Lateral strain is defined as a ratio of change in the diameter to the original diameter. So remember this formula for linear strain and lateral strain. But we have to find out Poisson's ratio. In this case, we consider only elongation produced in the wire. Similarly, if we consider compression produced in the wire, if we apply force on the two ends of the wire and get compressed, then length goes on decreasing. There is compression, and due to that, diameter of wire goes on increasing. So consider both these two examples. If we apply force on the two ends of the wire of equal magnitude and opposite direction, then wire gets elongated through small distance L, and there is change in the diameter. Diameter goes on decreasing. If length increases, diameter goes on decreasing. If length decreases, diameter goes on increasing. And depending upon that, we have to study about Poisson's ratio. So this Poisson's ratio is simply ratio of lateral strain to the longitudinal or linear strain. Longitudinal strain means linear strain, and therefore we get lateral strain is given by small d upon capital D. Linear strain is given by small l upon capital L. Rearranging this, we get Poisson's ratio is equal to small d into capital L upon capital D into small l. So this formula gives us Poisson's ratio. So with the help of this formula, we get the definition of Poisson's ratio. Poisson's ratio is simply ratio of lateral strain to linear strain, and it is equal to small d into capital L upon capital D into small l. As this Poisson ratio is the ratio of similar quantities, therefore this Poisson ratio is unitless and dimensionless. So this is about the Poisson's ratio. Now we stop here. Thank you.